sometimes when people think about boarding schools, they think about dormitories and cold showers and lack of privacy and bullying and unpleasantness. But the reality at a school like Harrow is that Tom Brown's school days, is dead years ago.
I think coming to Harrow is a powerful experience because the boys are hit very much by the history and the traditions of the place.
It's fascinating. You start with these chaps appearing as sort of little squeakers, age 13, and 5 years later, there they are, 18 and a half, and hopefully ready for the world.
They do seem to come across as very confident Harrovians. There's a self-confidence that's there that I think we build on by trying to get them to be independent and to think for themselves, but also to be aware of the history that they're becoming part of.
We're also at the same time trying to produce boys that are aware of the world outside and are perhaps aware that they have a privileged position within it.
Founded 4 centuries ago as a charity school for the poor, Harrow has become one of Britain's most expensive schools. £16,800 each year for a boy's education. No fewer than 7 prime ministers have been taught here. While safeguarding its age-old traditions, the school has to survive in the modern marketplace of the 21st century. As the new school year approaches, 13-year-old James Robson is getting ready to start his new life at Harrow.
Hey, I'm going to jump in, so you better get out of the way.
James has never boarded before. In the next few days, he will leave his family behind to live with 60 other boys in a boarding house at Harrow-on-the-Hill. James is joining one of only 3 public schools which remain exclusively all boys and all boarding. But competition for boys is growing, and Harrow's market share is now in the hands of new headmaster Barnaby Lennon.
This is coming on, but won't be ready for about 2 weeks.
He spent £1.5 million on a modernisation scheme, but with just days to go before 800 boys descend on the school, the work is behind schedule.
Always like this at the beginning of every academic year, because all the substantial building work has to be done in the 8 weeks of the summer holiday. The projects always take 9 or 10 weeks, and so there's always a bit of muddling through in the first week.
Before the autumn term begins, the Robsons visit the school tailors. James will have a uniform befitting nearly 400 years of tradition.
Right, first we'll start with the Sunday wear, which consists of a white shirt, striped trousers, a black waistcoat, and tailcoats. So what I'd like you to do, James, is try on the shirt and the trousers, and when you come back out, we'll try on the other items of the uniform.
Okay.
Okay, change room's just around the corner there. Most boys have an account here for their day-to-day needs, so James can just pop in.
You look very grown up. How does it feel?
Okay, James, I've got the black tie for you to try on. Okay, the black tie you wear every day of the week, as well as Sunday. And do you know why you wear the black tie? No, because of Queen Victoria. When Queen Victoria died in 1901, the governors at the school decided that there'll be 100 years of mourning. So officially you're meant to wear the tie until the year 2001.
I think every mother wants, whatever school they send their child to give them an all-round social graces, an academic environment, but more than anything, that he will be really happy there, learn how to live with other people and respect other people.
Another tradition, I think it was George the III, or George the V, I can't remember offhand, but he was quite a large man and he can actually physically do the bottom button up. So again, out of tradition, the boys leave the bottom button undone.
matron prepares the rooms for the 160 new boys for whom Harrow will be home for the next 5 years.
It's very good for new boys to share a room because then they get to know one other boy pretty well at an early stage. But one has to strike a balance between privacy on the one hand and wanting to encourage friendships amongst these boys, most of whom, of course, are coming from very different schools. And in these early days, our experience has been that this works extremely well. The aim is to get every room in Harrow like this one, as good as a 3-star hotel, put it that way.
Yep, that's right. There's a Harrow tailcoat here.
Right.
You sit like that. Have to do an alteration on the sleeve.
Definitely.
It's a bit long there.
Smart enough to get married in.
8 white shirts. 2 pullovers.
Leaving home will be hard, but because you'll be surrounded by everyone, it'll be good fun.
The older boys at Harrow are about to enter their final A-level year. Before term start, 20 select senior boys have been sent on a course designed to get them ready for their new role as school prefects, known as monitors.
The idea is to try to get them to, in a sense, it's a bonding exercise because we hope that over the year they will cooperate with each other and work together effectively as, as a team.
It doesn't matter which order you go, you just stand up and grab it, but you should, push off your thigh.
The role of the monitors at Harrow is basically to keep control, I suppose, of the boys. People step out of line, you've got to put them back in.
This is the Harrow hat. Goes on your head like that. There's a strap that goes to the back of the head. Let's just pull it down. Okay, the hat was actually designed for posture, so when you're standing up straight with your shoulders back, it should tilt slightly forward. Okay? There's a thin coat of varnish already on the hat, but what most boys do is within the first week or so they'll actually buy some yacht varnish from the bookshop and just put it over the hat.
How do I look? Very, very smart indeed, and grown up. Dad?
Different.
I think they bring the monitors over here to form a better team, so we can work better together, and then we can trust each other to do our jobs at the school as well.
It's up to you. Don't do it if you don't feel comfortable. We got you standing up with Alex holding on to you.
Get Cecil up first. When do the boys get to wear the top hats?
If James becomes a monitor when he's in the sixth form, he'll be allowed to wear the top hat on Sundays. Would you like to try it on? You need to be a bit older to wear that.
Slightly large. Yeah, the point is just to gain a bit more confidence in ourselves and each other. Trust ourselves as a group. Feel that you can rely on each other.
These days, parents don't send their children to boarding schools because they want to get rid of them. They send them to boarding schools for positive reasons, because those who can get the money together want their children to go for reasons which have got nothing to do with status or prestige and everything to do with education, learning and life opportunities. That's what the parents are paying for, that's what they expect, that's what I expect to provide.
Very, very expensive, but I'm sure it's worth every penny.
It comes to £1,756.70, please.
On top of the school uniform, there are the fees and the extras. Over 5 years, James's education will leave the Robsons little change from £100,000. The summer vacation has ended, and the new academic year is about to begin for Harrow School. One of the first to arrive back is this year's head boy, Patrick Massey.
As head boy, I get the same privileges as the other monitors. There are various people who say that I can get a goat and keep it somewhere if I want, or get married, or grow a beard, or have a car, and keep an elephant, I think, is one of them. But I don't think anyone's ever pushed the headmaster by doing any of this.
While they're at Harrow, the 800 boys will live in one of 11 boarding houses. Moving into Drury's house this term is new assistant housemaster Keith Metcalf. This is his first teaching post since leaving college.
It's quite nerve-wracking. You feel like you're coming back to school. You have a whole new lot of people you have to meet, teachers and youngsters. I'm looking forward to it. It's just these first few days when you're moving in and you just feel like you're a lost little schoolboy again. Most of the masters here at Harrow live on the hill so that they're involved fully in school life, so that they can be attached to a boarding house. Obviously living in Drury's I'm going to be very busy, but I look forward to that. I think it's a good chance to be involved in the school, in all that the boys are doing. I think that's a good extra challenge. For some of these boys it's the first time they've left home, left their parents, and I think that can be quite a worrying time, because how am I going to cope without mum and dad to look after me? How's little Johnny going to cope without mum and dad looking after him? I think it's quite hard for them.
It's the first day of the new school year. As parents deposit their sons back at Harrow, the local high street quickly becomes jammed with traffic as the boys move in.
I think parents have concerns about sending their children away, and some of them are almost indirect concerns as to what are other people going to say if I send my son away. Am I going to be seen as cruel or uncaring? It's a tough decision for some parents, but I would say to them, come and visit the boarding schools. Come and see how the boys get on, see how happy they are when they're here, see what sort of people are turned out at the end, and say, is that the sort of person you'd like your son or daughter to develop into?
David Ellery is housemaster of Drury's. He's on hand to greet James Robson as he arrives with his parents.
I know that while he's there, that is his family. And I think it's sort of mum realising that he's going to have another family. And whilst I'm really happy about that, because I know it's a family that's going to be better for him in the next 5 years, David Ellery is far more qualified to deal with puberty and teenage problems than I am. He's had hundreds of boys pass through, and he will be better to deal with it than myself.
Yeah, if you unload and can come through this way.
But he's still mine, my son, my first son, and I do slightly feel I'm going to have to share him a bit, and I am feeling a little bit not sure about that side.
As each new boy arrives, he is assigned 2 older boys to help him find his way over the first crucial days.
James, how are you doing? Alexis, how are you doing? So this is your room then, you're sharing with John, as you know. So basically the plan is we just sort your room out, and then we've got about 45 minutes to half an hour, and we'll go back downstairs to Mr. Ellie and have some drinks. So,
while James and his new roommate John Lee settle in, Keith Metcalf and the other new masters have been summoned to the headmaster's office.
Good, sit anywhere you like. What are you going to do with spelling mistakes in geography essays?
it depends on the pupil. If it's just an occasional mistake, you might make a note of it in their work and give them the correct spelling. If it's a...
Do you really think that would achieve anything? I'm not convinced that a Harrovian, faced with a simple correction in the margin, will necessarily learn the work. I have a sort of suspicion that you, the teacher, are doing all the work there, and you're not really requiring enough from them.
That's it for doing this.
For those who've not boarded before, and half of my new take have not boarded before, there's also the excitement but concern about how will they cope being away from home, what will it be like, and in the first few days that they're here, we keep them very, very busy. So there's not too much time to sit around being homesick.
Hi, all right, how are we getting on? Have you tried everything on? Does it fit?
Right, both left.
Tomorrow, when you're going to come and put all your posters up, you can put drawing pins on there and there. How are you doing with everything? All right? Now, are you both tidy? Is this going to be... Are you generally tidy?
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, mostly.
Or is this going to be one of matron's horror rooms?
Oh,
It shouldn't be. No, all right. Okay. You can tell a lot by people about how tidily they keep their rooms or not.
Being a teacher is quite a lonely job. You know, most people work in an office with lots of other people. You're going to be on your own most of the time. But never mind. You'll find that you'll have plenty of support from within your department. Thanks, everyone. Good luck. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just interrupt for a moment. We're starting out on a great adventure, a 5-year adventure, which the boys will enjoy hugely and that I hope the parents will enjoy equally. Now, I would appeal to parents not to be upset or disappointed if you discover that your son has settled in and is very happy and is enjoying himself. This can happen. He may well still miss you. He may miss the dog more than he misses you, but he will miss you, but he may well be happy. If he's unhappy, there are lots of people that he can talk to. But if you think your son is not settling well, then please phone me or matron or Keith Metcalf at the earliest opportunity and we can double check. I hope that the boys will have a fantastically successful and enjoyable 5 years in Drury's. I have absolutely no doubt they will. We shall demand very great things of them.
Right, Daddy will sort out a laptop for you.
Right.
And we'll get something sent down. We'll probably come on Sunday.
Okay.
And see how things go and watch the matches and things, alright?
You know the address?
You're in house matches every
Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
We'll try and get back down on Sunday.
Yeah.
Get the call by the end of the week if we can.
Okay.
And keep the keys cleaned. Remember what Charles likes up there.
Okay.
Right, come on then.
Okay. It's her. Yeah, love a lot.
Okay. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
Alright, see you later, fella. Alright. Send me an email as soon as you get onto the internet, yeah?
When I get the laptop.
Laptop, yeah. I'll try and sort that out during the next couple of days.
Right.
Okay.
You okay?
Take care.
Okay.
Alright,
Bye.
see you, mate.
Bye.
White, Bust, Johnston, Lee, Mello, Morris, Corrigan, Rich, Robson, Shaw, Stevens, Walker, Wilson. Okay, boys, welcome back. I hope you had a great summer, and let's make this year a good one, okay? And work hard, play hard. Okay.